Hi everyone, it's Nicole from Baby to Sleep. So today we are on part 20, night 19 of our journey to a better night's sleep with my 22-month-old Alyssia. So for any of you that aren't sure what I'm talking about, so Alyssia is my 22-month-old toddler that 19 nights ago was sleeping in a cot in my room, was waking up multiple times in the night. She was breastfeeding through the night and she was then basically a climber. So she decided that the cot is not somewhere she wanted to stay. So we had to quite quickly make some changes. And in the last 19 days, we have stopped breastfeeding. She's pretty good with her sleep now. She slept through once properly, but she's pretty much there or thereabout generally. But then we got thrown the little curveball in the fact that she decided that she didn't want to go to bed in a cot anymore, and she wanted to go to bed in her lovely new Minnie Mouse bed with her new stickers there, which is lovely. But then it's caused a few other issues as well. So we are pretty much there now. So not only was she having to come out of a cot in my room, she was having to go in share with her sister, Sofia, who is nearly 6. So last night was night 2 of in the bed. So if you're not sure where we're up to, if you're going through the cot to bed transition, you might want to catch up on yesterday's, which was night 1, which was the very unexpected event. So last night was night 2, and we thought we'd see where we went with it. So she'd had a pretty mega nap at nursery yesterday. She'd had 2.5 hours. So I was thinking, right, we're fine for a 7 o'clock bedtime. So in the day, what I did is, because Sofia finished school at normal time, we got Sofia a takeaway. We sat down with Daddy and we just had a nice time together, the 3 of us, having something to eat. And we sort of had a bit of a chat about what we're going to do, because Alyssia is very, very excited to be sharing a room with her big sister, understandably. To the point in the night, oh, it was so cute. In the night, she was actually in her sleep, lying there going, is. She calls Sofia is. So she was, it was just so sweet. But we thought at the end of the day, she's so excited. And the night before we'd gone a little bit to pot at bedtime because it was all a bit unexpected. So I thought, right, we're going to really include Sofia here in the plan. So that way there's no shock factors as such, and she's not feeling left out because she's part of the process, which is a really, really important thing to do when you've got little ones, because at the end of the day, we don't want the elder ones feeling pushed out and neglected because the younger one's taking all the attention. And we talked about that yesterday, so if you want to catch up, feel free. So we involved her in the process, and we said, right, okay, well, Sofia had woken up early that day, so we said, right, we'll put you both to bed at about the same time. So we'll go for 7 o'clock. We'll try and do the story in Alyssia's bed together. That didn't work. So we'll all sit together and we'll do the story in Alyssia's bed, and then we'll all wind down and we'll go to bed. Alyssia had other ideas. This is becoming a theme, isn't it? Alyssia has other ideas. She just didn't want to stay in her bed. She just wanted to play on Sofia's bed. So I'm wondering if tonight what we actually do is take the story back to Sofia's bed, because maybe Alyssia will stay put. Maybe what I'll do, actually, I'm looking at a bed now, I'm thinking, rather than getting under the tent, maybe we'll sit in the bed, rather than getting under the tent and reading the story. We might do it that way, because she's had another 2-hour nap today, so she's not going to want to go to bed till about 7ish again. So that was the thing. So the story was just a flipping pain in the bum, if I'm completely honest with you. We couldn't get through the story. It got to the point where Sofia in the end just kind of turned around and went, I'm tired, Mum. I just want to go to bed. So we put the story down. Still took her a while to go off, but hey, that's a different story. So it was like, right, we've got to get Alyssia to actually wind down here, because she was having such a fun time just wanting to play. And eventually ended up with having to do the threat of, Alyssia, sweetheart, if you don't go to sleep, if you're not quiet and don't go to sleep, you're going to have to go to sleep in your cot. No, bed. Right. And she was having none of it. She wasn't being naughty, she was just excitable. So it's not like the sort of thing where you'd get cross at them or anything. You just kind of like, she's just excitable. She kept sticking her head up. Mummy. Right, okay, Alyssia, sweetie, you've got to go to sleep, because Sofia's got to go to sleep. So in the end, I did have to sort of do the whole, right, come on, take you to the cot. She kicked off at me a little bit as I took her into the bedroom. I knew I was bringing her back to the bed, but this had worked the night before. So I thought, oh, let's try it here and let's set the scene that when I actually say I'm taking you to the cot, I mean it. So I took her in there and she's going, no, bed, mini bed. I was like, right, sweetheart. I said, do you want to go to sleep in your bed? Yeah, right. And you've got to be quiet and you've got to go to sleep. Let's have a cuddle. Let's snuggle in and let's wind down and you go to bed. I said, because Sophia's got to go to sleep. So she did. So that was all good. So I put her down and everything seemed like it was going to be okay. And then I'm sitting there and then Sophia starts messing around. Come on. Because she's been there, lying there awake for so long that her legs have started hurting. So about 7:25, I took Sophia out of the room, took her into my room and read her a story in there, and then brought her back to the room. Then she starts complaining of tummy pain. I'm like, oh my goodness me. So I give her some Calpol, and she needs a wee, but she didn't actually need a wee. But this is natural. This is all, you know, hang on a minute, I've had to wait now. You know, I want some attention as well. So, you know, you've got to be a bit fairer with things like that. So it's hard on them when they're a bit older as well. Because so, yes, there's me thinking, right, brilliant. I think they're both down. Head downstairs, start shutting the door and the gate, sorry, at the stairs. And then Sophia was out. But luckily we got her back down and everything was fine. Then about 11:30ish, Alyssia started to stir, and I couldn't get her to settle. She wanted to stay in the bed, so I was like, I was okay, that's fine. But she just couldn't seem to get to sleep. She was rolling around all over the place. I'm not sure if she's got a tooth coming through, because when I picked her up from nursery yesterday, they pointed out a very sudden red cheek, just one. So I went going, could we have a tooth on the way? So I don't know if that was partly the restlessness, but bless her, because she's not normally that restless as a sleeper. And I couldn't get to sleep because obviously I'm in bed and I'm thinking, God, what's going on? I can't get to sleep yet till she's asleep. I need to know that she's asleep. The last thing you need is to just fall asleep and then get suddenly woken up, because then you feel sick and all disorientated. So I thought she needs to be asleep before I can go to sleep. And then, then I heard the thump and I was like, oh God, what's that? I looked at the monitor. Alyssia's sitting there on a duvet on the floor with a thumb in her mouth. So I went in and she just looked at me and she went, uh-oh. I just thought it was so cute. And I managed to get back into a cot bed and she went to sleep. But then about 2:15, she was up again, shouting for mummy. She wanted to stay in the bed, but it just wasn't going to be possible. So then I brought her into the cot. She was fine. And then she was up for the day at 5, which was not fun at all. And then finally, this is what it's like when you've got the little ones, when you've got 2 of them. And you've just got to bat them off each other and you're going through this transition. You've got no choice but to put them in the same room. Oh, God, honestly, I want some solidarity here. I want someone to turn around and go, yeah, actually, yeah, it's this hard, isn't it? It's a nightmare getting them to share a room when they're so young. So yeah, she's up at 5. So we managed to sort of settle her down. Eventually, she goes back to sleep and I accidentally wake up at 8:25. And I go, oh, no. Run for the school run for the nursery run. So it's been a bit of a manic morning, to be fair. But yeah, all is good. So yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, Sophia's going to be very much a part of all how we're going to do the routines. I think where I'd like to get to is for Alyssia to be able to go to bed and be asleep before Sophia comes up. So that would mean Alyssia probably been in bed 7 at the latest every night, doing it on her own. And Sophia going about 7:30, but we'll have to just see how that plays out, especially if I do try that tonight, whether Alyssia will be fine going to bed if Sophia's not in the room. So we'll have to wait and see. I'll test it out tonight, and I'll let you know tomorrow how it's going. And do you like our new little stickers, by the way? These were an absolute nightmare to put on. They look lovely, but I've completely ruined them. If you see all these stars that aren't supposed to be here, but I've put them on to try and keep the actual thing on because it's all bobbled. I couldn't get them lined up right and it all folded in on itself. Absolutely gutted, but Alyssia loves it. I just wish I wish I'd done a better job. I'm not very good at things like that. Yeah, so technical, arty stuff, not a chance. That's not my thing. Sleep, yeah, I can do all that. But anything to do with techie stuff, sticky things, crafty stuff, it's just not me. So yeah, let's see where we go tonight. Let's see how it goes if we put them to bed at separate times. and I'll let you know how interesting that journey goes tomorrow. What was I going to say to you then? Oh yeah, if you do need help, you know where I am. I've actually updated some of the stuff on the pages today, on the stuff, so go and have a look on the different support options. So we've got the online stuff where you get my help as well in an online capacity for 2 months, and we have one-to-one support. So you're more than welcome to just reach out and say, Nicole, help me. I've had enough, I need to sort this out, or I need to get my little one in a bed, everything's gone to pot, or my baby's waking up every hour of the night, help me. That's what I do. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there because I've got to go pick Sophia up from school now, and I've got a radio interview this afternoon, so I've got a busy afternoon ahead of us again. It never stops, does it? And I'll update you all tomorrow. Wish us luck. See you later. Bye.